Dinar shift. The transformation currently underway within Iraq's financial landscape represents a monumental turning point for every individual who has followed the Iraqi dinar story over the years. This is not simply another cycle of anticipation or unverified news. 2025 marks the period where official, concrete guidelines for the dinar's final exchange have been publicly confirmed. This framework, established through rigorous governmental procedure, completely reshapes the future handling, valuation, and conversion process of the Iraqi currency. After a lengthy stretch defined by speculation and rumor, the time for decisive action and clear understanding is now here. Every dinar holder, both domestic and international, must fully grasp the exposed timeline, the newly mandated requirements, and the official rollout plan, as this essential knowledge will be the critical difference between seamless transition and potential delay. The long wait for transparency and structure has ended, ushering in a regulated, formalized exchange era designed to redefine not only Iraq's economic standing but its position within the global financial architecture. This is a moment that demands preparation and absolute attention. The formal announcement of this comprehensive exchange framework follows months of strategic planning, firmly indicating that the Iraqi government and its central bank, CBI, are progressing into a new, critical phase of monetary stability and institutional modernization. For the first time, the entire currency conversion process has been meticulously detailed and published for public review, providing both Iraqi citizens and international dinar holders with undeniable clarity on how their currency can be officially exchanged under strict, approved guidelines. This proactive measure is a clear demonstration of Iraq's commitment to formalize its monetary system, aggressively tackle the past confusion, and preempt the unauthorized transactions that have historically given rise to widespread misinformation. The move provides dinar holders worldwide with a long-sought-after element: institutional transparency. It offers powerful reassurance that the entire process is secured by legitimate, recognized financial bodies, moving entirely beyond the realm of unreliable speculative chatter. The official structure, carefully managed timing, and implemented safeguards are collectively engineered to protect every legitimate holder while ensuring a stable economic balance is maintained within Iraq's maturing financial ecosystem. Decades of uncertainty are finally crystallizing into a concrete, verifiable direction with the issuance of this new framework. Crucially, the exchange process will be exclusively managed and executed through government-approved banks and officially vetted financial institutions. This strategic decision is paramount, as it immediately shuts down all operations previously conducted by third-party brokers, unsanctioned online exchanges, and the numerous potential scams that have historically targeted hopeful investors with false promises for many years. The core focus of the new policy is squarely on verifiable legitimacy, institutional safety, and complete transaction verification. Every single exchange must pass through registered, traceable systems that are directly linked to the Central Bank of Iraq. For currency holders, this signifies a crucial shift. They can finally transact with confidence, knowing their funds are recognized, protected, and fully backed by the country's official monetary authorities. Moreover, this strict policy elevates Iraq's financial operations to align with international banking standards, significantly bolstering its credibility and trustworthiness within the global capital markets. The government's approach emphasizes a commitment to long-term economic resilience rather than permitting quick, unregulated monetary gains. While the new rules may initially appear rigorous to the average dinar holder, they function as essential protective safeguards, ensuring that every step of the exchange process is fully legal, completely trackable, and transparent from the beginning of the submission to the final deposit. Under these official exchange rules, the meticulous management of documentation will be a cornerstone requirement. To qualify for the official dinar exchange, every holder will be required to present valid government-issued identification alongside verifiable proof of legal ownership. This essential documentation may include official receipts from authorized dinar dealers, verifiable bank transaction records, or authenticated purchase confirmations. The intent behind this strict requirement is unequivocal. Only legitimate holders who acquired the dinar through recognized and officially recorded channels will be eligible for the formal exchange. By stringently enforcing this documentation process, Iraq is executing a twofold strategy. It is securing the integrity of its national financial system while simultaneously preventing the potential influx of unrecorded or counterfeit currency that could severely destabilize the structured revaluation process. This robust verification requirement, while adding a step to the process, is an absolutely essential component for maintaining fairness, order, and control during the expansive rollout. For those who have diligently maintained clean and properly documented records of their purchases, this stage is designed to be streamlined and efficient. It is an integral part of Iraq's broader strategy to ensure that every dinar exchanged contributes positively to the national economy, while consistently maintaining a high level of transparency for both domestic financial institutions and international economic observers. This disciplined approach is a testament to the nation's commitment to a responsible and globally compliant monetary transition. What elevates this development to a truly historic level is the issuance of a definitive, structured timeline for dinar holders, a clarity that has been absent for years. The exchange process is no longer shrouded in vague promises or abstract speculation. It is now fully detailed and entirely actionable. Official guidance indicates that authorized banks across the nation are expected to achieve full operational capability for handling exchanges by the middle of November 2025. This date is critical, signaling that a firm countdown to the activation of the exchange system is now officially underway. The rollout will proceed systematically, implementing the process in methodical stages to allow complex financial systems to fully stabilize and to ensure that every participating financial institution can capably manage the anticipated high volume of transactions without internal disruption. This cautious, step-by-step methodology is deliberately designed to prevent market chaos and build unwavering trust among investors who have patiently held their dinar through years of uncertainty. The expansion of the exchange process is projected to continue methodically, with the wider exchange window expected to become available to a significantly larger number of holders by December 2025 as the necessary financial infrastructure expands and proves its robustness. This specified timeline has been carefully coordinated to align seamlessly with Iraq's fiscal planning cycle for the year 2026, demonstrating a clear, interconnected strategy between the currency reform initiative and broader national budgeting objectives. It sends a powerful, unmistakable signal that Iraq's political and financial leadership is approaching this fundamental transformation as an integral component of a comprehensive, long-term economic vision rather than a transient, one-off event. The coordination suggests deep-seated institutional commitment. Another highly significant element of the new official rules concerns the implementation of transaction limits. To meticulously maintain order throughout the financial system and prevent the infrastructure from being immediately overwhelmed, fixed limits will be imposed on the amount of dinar that can be exchanged per individual transaction. These limits will be determined based on the holder's classification and the verified security level of their account. It is crucial to understand that these limits are not intended as restrictions on the rights of legitimate investors but are a fundamental safeguard to protect the overall stability of Iraq's financial sector during the transition. For example, individual holders who possess thoroughly verified documentation will be permitted to exchange up to a predetermined daily threshold, while institutional investors, such as major banks and corporations, will operate under substantially higher limits managed through separate, secured financial channels. This meticulously designed tiered system ensures that the conversion process remains fair and prevents any sudden, destabilizing flooding of the market with currency, thereby helping to maintain the balanced integrity of Iraq's financial reserves throughout the revaluation period. Furthermore, these limits provide the necessary time and regulatory space for the central bank to continuously monitor the behavior of the market and implement necessary adjustments as required. While some holders might perceive these limits as a form of external control over their assets, their true function is to provide the security, order, and predictability that are absolutely essential for a financial transition of this scale and complexity to succeed. The stability they introduce is a non-negotiable component of a smooth and responsible monetary evolution. The exchange process itself is structured to follow a rigid step-by-step protocol designed meticulously for maximum security and accuracy. The very first stage is verification, where every dinar holder must confirm their personal identity and authenticate their ownership documents at an authorized institution. The second stage is submission, which can be completed either in person at a designated, authorized bank branch or through a secure, officially sanctioned digital platform that is directly integrated with the central bank's network. Once the verification is successfully completed, the third stage, application, sees the official exchange rate applied to the converted amount based on current government classifications and established financial calculations. Finally, in the deposit stage, the fully converted currency amount is seamlessly transferred into the holder's verified bank account or a protected digital wallet. Each of these four distinct stages, verification, submission, application, and deposit, is subject to continuous monitoring and is comprehensively logged to prevent any form of fraud and to maintain an absolute level of transparency throughout the system. This comprehensive new integration of digital technology represents an enormous leap forward for Iraq's financial infrastructure, demonstrating its commitment to aligning itself with modern global financial technology standards and best practices. This digital overhaul is also vital for instilling a high degree of confidence in international investors, who can be assured that their transactions are rigorously safeguarded by advanced security systems and direct government oversight. While the entire structured process is expected to be deliberate and may take time to fully execute, it is a purposeful and measured path toward rebuilding stability, trust, and global credibility for the dinar. The most highly debated and anticipated question among all dinar holders revolves around the new official exchange rate itself. While no definitive, official public number has yet been released by the central bank, various reports from financial commentators and insider sources suggest that the final new rate will be set at a level significantly above the dinar's current prevailing market value. Financial analysts have been hinting at potential figures that are intended to accurately reflect Iraq's visibly expanding economy, its consistently growing oil revenue, and its vastly improved national fiscal strength. The forthcoming official valuation is expected to capture and reflect the true, fundamental worth of the dinar in the current global economic environment, moving far beyond the heavily devalued rates that have been in place for years. This strategic adjustment is anticipated to draw significant global attention as foreign investors recognize Iraq's concerted and successful efforts to dramatically strengthen its currency's international positioning. However, Iraqi authorities have been exercising extreme caution and discipline by intentionally refraining from confirming any exact monetary figures until the official, final release date. This measured approach is vital to ensure that unwarranted market speculation does not prematurely disrupt the delicate process of achieving stability. What remains unequivocally clear is that a solid, robust financial foundation has been firmly established for a substantial change, a change that has the potential to fundamentally reshape how Iraq is perceived and interacts within the global financial landscape. As these transformative developments begin to circulate and gain traction across international markets, financial analysts are already providing significant commentary. A wide consensus among experts suggests that this new, structured rollout process has the capacity to finally stabilize the dinar, resolve decades of financial confusion, and firmly establish a renewed level of confidence among influential international financial institutions. The powerful combination of official, strict government oversight, the requirement for fully verified documentation, and the strategic, gradual implementation schedule is seen by analysts as a key signal of maturity and discipline in Iraq's economic management. Commentators also note that the precise timing of this announcement, which aligns with deep digital banking reforms and comprehensive national fiscal upgrades, is highly strategic. This simultaneous rollout is perceived as creating the optimal, fertile environment for a strong and fundamentally sustainable revaluation of the national currency. Global financial markets are also maintaining an extremely close watch, particularly those in the Middle East and Asia, where enhanced regional trade could gain significant momentum from a robust, stronger Iraqi currency. This entire move is expected to boost Iraq's credibility as a serious, stable player in international finance and is likely to attract substantial long-term foreign direct investment. Overall, the international financial community is expressing cautious optimism, widely characterizing this entire process as a disciplined, thoroughly well-planned approach that is laser-focused on genuine economic growth rather than fleeting, unsubstantiated hype. This strategic shift represents a refreshing and welcome change for long-term dinar holders, who have witnessed an overabundance of speculation and unverified claims in previous years. Furthermore, the Iraqi government's profound focus on security throughout this process cannot be overstated or ignored. In recent financial history, the dinar market has been unfortunately saturated with countless predatory scams, misleading online exchange offers, and fraudulent, early access schemes, all designed to exploit hopeful investors. The 2025 rules are engineered to definitively close the door on these illicit activities. Under the new policy, only officially verified banks and digitally connected systems that report directly to the central bank are authorized to handle any dinar exchanges. This requirement is absolute. Any other alternative channel offering conversion is to be considered illegal, non-compliant, and entirely unrecognized by the state. This strict zero-tolerance stance serves the dual purpose of protecting both the integrity of the national economy and the assets of individual investors. It acts as an impenetrable barrier, ensuring that no unauthorized entity can manipulate exchange rates, siphon off funds, or conduct unregulated, illegal trades. Viewers are strongly advised to exercise extreme caution, immediately report any suspicious exchange offers, and place their trust only in financial institutions that can demonstrate a clear, verified, and direct affiliation with the Central Bank of Iraq. The message from the authorities is clear and simple: prioritize safety and legitimacy above all else. Iraq has learned invaluable lessons from its past financial vulnerabilities, and these new comprehensive rules are a reflection of a modern, responsible financial system that places a premium on security and absolute transparency for every legitimate holder. In essence, this highly structured framework is purposefully designed to meticulously protect the public's trust, one thoroughly verified transaction at a time. The impending timeline leading up to the activation date in mid-November is now a critical period for all holders. Investors are strongly encouraged to prepare actively now rather than procrastinate and wait for any last-minute administrative changes or procedural notices. This means taking immediate steps to gather and organize every single receipt, fully verifying all banking connections, and ensuring that every piece of personal documentation meticulously matches the original purchase records. Holders who are proactive and organized in their preparations will be able to navigate and move through the structured exchange process significantly faster once the authorized banks officially go live with the new system. Experts also strongly suggest that all international holders should proactively check for and confirm which specific financial institutions in their respective countries have been officially recognized and designated by the central bank for the IQD exchange, as comprehensive lists are expected to be continuously updated right up to the beginning of the rollout. The upcoming transition is expected to be detailed and methodical, but ultimately smooth. Every single step will require careful and accurate validation. For many years, investors have patiently held their dinar waiting for this defining moment, and now, meticulous preparation is the single most important factor for success. Those holders who act responsibly, diligently maintain their documentation, and stay exclusively informed through official channels are positioned to benefit the most when the new system fully activates. This current preparation phase is about more than just managing money. It is fundamentally about demonstrating patience, exercising excellent timing, and achieving complete readiness. The more thoroughly prepared the individual holder is, the more efficient and smoother their experience will be during Iraq's truly historic currency shift. Financial observers globally are widely characterizing 2025 as the defining year in Iraq's economic and financial evolution. The formal publication of these detailed official exchange procedures serves as irrefutable evidence that Iraq is fully prepared to operate on a transparent, globally aligned, and professional financial platform. The world is currently witnessing the profound transformation of a monetary system that was once frequently obscured by speculative rumor into one that is now firmly built upon the bedrock of clarity and institutional structure. The intentional introduction of tiered transaction limits, strict documentation requirements, and officially verified financial systems reflects a government that has learned decisively from past financial volatility and is now fully determined to build long-term, sustainable credibility. The focus of this entire initiative is not solely on the outcome of raising the dinar's official value, but on the crucial necessity of creating a reliable, lasting financial foundation that will serve future generations of Iraqis and international partners. Iraq's powerful and committed effort to modernize its core economy is not merely an internal affair, it is strategically designed to actively attract stable, long-term international partnerships and substantial capital investment. This is fundamentally about far more than a simple currency revaluation. It represents a comprehensive economic rebirth and a full global reintegration for the nation after prolonged years of uncertainty and challenging reconstruction. The financial roadmap is now unambiguously clear, and the momentum for this change is undeniably on Iraq's side. International reactions to these developments have been robust and positive. Financial commentators across major markets in Europe and the Middle East have widely described Iraq's 2025 plan as one of the most significant monetary developments in the region's recent history. They collectively interpret this as a powerful signal that Iraq is finally stepping into a position of inherent economic strength, a position fully supported by its vast oil wealth, determined economic diversification programs, and critical digital infrastructure upgrades. By decisively formalizing the official dinar exchange process, Iraq is effectively signaling to the entire world that it is ready to stand as a stable, competitive, and reliable global economy. This profound shift is likely to have significant ripple effects across international markets, particularly in global energy-related sectors and critical regional trade agreements. As major global institutions take official note of this change, the natural demand for the dinar could potentially rise once the official exchange process is activated, potentially leading to a much broader international currency recognition. Long-term investors who have held their dinar through periods of extreme uncertainty may now be witnessing the genuine start of Iraq's true economic comeback. A movement that seamlessly combines institutional modernization, financial discipline, and a deep-seated, renewed global confidence in the nation's future. Financial experts also consistently emphasize that this sweeping reform extends far beyond the singular act of currency exchange. It is an intrinsic and crucial part of a larger, nationwide movement to digitally transform Iraq's entire financial ecosystem, which includes introducing highly advanced cybersecurity systems, developing smart banking solutions, and establishing secure digital identification networks. The new infrastructure being implemented by the central bank is engineered to ensure that every single transaction, regardless of whether it is local or international, can be instantly and reliably verified. This wide-ranging digital evolution strategically positions Iraq among the growing list of nations that are wisely adopting modern advanced transparency and security measures. This not only significantly reduces the opportunity for fraud, but also effectively paves the way for the secure integration of digital wallets and far faster international financial settlements. For the everyday dinar holder, this comprehensive digital transformation means gaining access to converted funds that are safer, faster to process, and exponentially more reliable than in the past. It represents a major leap forward from the predominantly paper-based financial system that was in place just a few years ago. This entire digital transformation aligns perfectly with Iraq's ambitious long-term vision of becoming a key regional financial hub. Leveraging its formidable natural resource strength in combination with advanced, professional economic management, a powerful combination that is highly likely to attract major global business partners in the very near future. The successful implementation of these digital reforms is a non-negotiable step toward achieving this regional leadership goal. Financial commentators are also correctly drawing significant attention to Iraq's oil-backed stability as a key, foundational driver behind this renewed institutional confidence. With domestic production levels steadily increasing and international oil contracts continuously expanding, the country now possesses the necessary financial reserves to fully support a stronger and far more stable national currency. Unlike the unpredictable conditions of previous decades, the Iraq of 2025 is financially underpinned by both tangible, vast natural resources and a highly maturing, sophisticated economic policy apparatus. The new 2025 exchange rules are a clear reflection of this fundamental maturity. By intentionally grounding the dinar's value in the reality of real national economic performance, the government is ensuring long-term sustainability instead of risking short-lived, speculative hype. This disciplined approach provides profound assurance not only for the well-being of its own citizens but also for the global financial markets, confirming that Iraq's future economic growth is being built on a foundation of unshakable financial solidarity. With the world's most influential eyes fixed on Baghdad, the successful and orderly rollout of this new exchange system will mark an unmistakable turning point, transforming years of market speculation into a moment of genuine, verifiable progress and national economic empowerment. It represents the culmination of immense national patience, carefully constructed strategy, and a deep-seated national determination to rise to its full potential. The strategic, educational campaigns launched by officials in the build-up to these changes have consistently stressed a singular, unifying message: patience combined with diligent preparation is paramount. Iraqi officials understand the high level of excitement and anticipation that surrounds the dinar's potential shift, but they have continuously urged all holders to follow only official, government-issued updates and communications. This commitment to discipline ensures that public expectations remain fully realistic and that the process is not derailed by the rapid spread of detrimental misinformation. In recent months, public awareness campaigns have been actively and deliberately launched to educate the populace on the specific procedures for verifying authorized banks, the necessary steps for document preparation, and how to reliably recognize official, secure channels. These substantial efforts are part of a broader, well-coordinated strategy to ensure a smooth, problem-free execution when the official exchange window finally opens. Iraq's leadership is committed to demonstrating that this is not merely another fleeting announcement, but the genuine, full-scale implementation of a long-awaited and fundamental financial reform. The difference this time is the degree of strategic organization and meticulous planning, a crucial element that was consistently missing in previous speculative cycles. By proactively educating its public and setting extremely clear, firm rules, Iraq is strategically positioning itself for a stable and genuinely sustainable financial transformation that has the capacity to fundamentally redefine its role and influence in the global economy. The upcoming months, therefore, are not only critical for the future of Iraq but for every global observer and financial analyst who is closely tracking this truly monumental currency shift. As the comprehensive exchange framework moves from being a document on paper to an active financial operation, the entire world will be watching closely to see precisely how Iraq manages every facet of the rollout. The successful execution of this highly important initiative could potentially establish a new model for other nations that are also seeking to successfully stabilize or revalue their national currencies in a disciplined manner. More importantly for domestic and international confidence, it stands as a major test of Iraq's readiness and capacity to manage a process of national importance with transparency and high-level efficiency. The necessary infrastructure, the intensive personnel training, and the advanced technology have all been carefully aligned to meet the demands of this crucial moment. Each fully verified transaction will not only shift individual financial futures, but will profoundly strengthen the nation's collective financial credibility on the international stage. For those long-term holders who have maintained their currency with unwavering patience, this is far more than a simple currency exchange. It is a defining opportunity to see years of disciplined waiting justly rewarded through a legitimate, securely government-backed system. The year 2025 is rapidly shaping up to be the specific period where Iraq finally transitions decisively from years of financial uncertainty to a clear structure, from speculative rumor to verifiable reality, and from unchecked guessing to a sound national strategy. Financial educators are also providing an important reminder to all dinar holders that true success in navigating this process will fundamentally require smart, disciplined planning. They are recommending that instead of pursuing fleeting rumors or chasing unverified speculative figures, holders should focus exclusively on complete compliance, verifying their authorized banks, and ensuring that all transactions are secured through official channels. The potential opportunity represented by this transition is real, but equally real is the urgent need for careful, disciplined execution. As the official systems activate, organized and prepared holders will be able to move forward first, while those who lack the necessary, fully documented records may experience significant and avoidable delays. Experts are unanimously advising all viewers to make and maintain digital copies of all original proof of purchase documents, to stay continuously updated only through official communications from the central bank, and to remain patient as authorized banks manage the high expected transaction volumes. This is not intended to be a hurried race. It is, by design, a carefully controlled and precisely engineered rollout intended to sustain and strengthen Iraq's core financial balance. Those individuals who remain calm, fully informed, and highly disciplined will be in the best possible position to benefit from the profound transition. The new official exchange rules serve as the precise financial roadmap for the process. The smartest move for any holder now is to follow them diligently, step by step, without looking for shortcuts. This disciplined approach is the one that transforms financial uncertainty into a concrete opportunity and turns diligent preparation into a lasting, secured success. As the anticipated date of mid-November rapidly approaches, the level of anticipation and excitement continues to rise noticeably. Financial platforms, forums, and discussion groups are buzzing with conversations, but the underlying tone this time is markedly different. It is more informed, more confident, and firmly grounded in factual policy rather than speculative guessing. The official confirmation and release of the procedural rules have fundamentally shifted the global conversation from a perpetual to a clearly defined when. For the devoted dinar holders, this represents a major psychological turning point. After years of long, patient waiting, instead of passively chasing unverified rumors, they now possess a clear, structured set of steps they can take to prepare. The official rules are public, the designated banks are actively preparing their systems, and the necessary financial infrastructure is fully ready to activate. This newfound sense of absolute clarity is profoundly empowering investors to create realistic, achievable plans. Whether that involves diligently verifying personal documentation or simply fully understanding the nuances of the new, structured process, accurate knowledge has undeniably become the strongest and most valuable tool for success. The current and immediate focus must be placed on patience, discipline, and absolute readiness. The energy surrounding the Iraqi Dinar story has fundamentally transformed from a mood of uncertainty into one of directed action, and this is all unfolding now in real time as the pivotal year of 2025 progresses before the eyes of the global financial world. As this critical year continues to progress, financial analysts are universally predicting a measured, gradual strengthening of Iraq's overall economy. As confidence, both domestically and internationally, continues to grow, the transparent official exchange structure is fully expected to pave the way for numerous new trade partnerships, crucial banking collaborations, and a significant increase in foreign capital investment. Iraq's intentional, purposeful move toward full transparency and wide-ranging modernization may also serve as a powerful inspiration for neighboring regional economies to follow suit, potentially leading to a stronger, more interconnected, and highly stable regional marketplace. For the Dinar holders, this entire event is far more than just a financial update. It is a monumental signal that Iraq's vast, underlying economic potential is finally in the process of being fully realized and acted upon. The new revaluation systems, the structured process, and the comprehensive financial framework all collectively point to a nation decisively stepping into its long-awaited economic future with absolute precision and deliberate purpose. Those individuals who are observing this moment today are, quite literally, witnessing history in the making. The process of a nation actively reclaiming its financial autonomy and successfully aligning itself with demanding global standards. The 2025 exchange era will likely be remembered not just for the eventual financial numbers achieved but for the unwavering discipline, the profound transparency, and the national vision that made this entire, complex transition a secure reality. The clear and singular conclusion for every individual IQD holder is straightforward and urgent: get ready. The final official exchange rules are here, the definitive timeline is rapidly unfolding, and the entire institutional structure has been set and verified. Authorized banks are now actively preparing to open their doors to the official process, and the new digital financial systems are currently synchronizing flawlessly with the Central Bank of Iraq's central network. Iraq's long journey toward comprehensive currency reform has finally reached its most important and defining chapter yet. For all those who have held their dinar with such remarkable patience over the years, this is the final, crucial time to prepare with diligence and wisdom. Holders must follow the official rules meticulously and stay highly alert only for official, government-issued updates. They must avoid all attempts at shortcuts, ignore the inevitable speculative rumors, and focus exclusively on verified, factual information from authorized sources. The entire 2025 exchange framework is far more than just a regulatory policy. It is the fundamental foundation for Iraq's entire financial future. As this meticulous process moves forward, it carries not only the financial hopes of millions of individual holders but the profound, renewed confidence of an entire nation that is ready to decisively rise. The protracted era of debilitating speculation is now officially ending, and the new age of structured, official, and transparent financial exchange has finally and powerfully begun.